Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, there's a level event up on. I have a ton of skill resources and I want to rank through one of them. If you're not interested in this part of the video, you want to jump straight to the Hawkeye review, go ahead and look in the description. There are timestamps that will take you directly to it. Otherwise, if you're still here, I am considering Elsa Bloodstone. Campo shows how incredibly insane she is. I will link a video of his in the description. Check it out. She's awesome. He's destroying war. It feels like every day with her. I'm also highly considering Killmonger. He is, in my opinion, one of the best skill champions in the game. I don't know how people still doubt this. You obviously are not watching the channels of Iron Patriot, a mythic level champion, summoner in this game. MP Blaze, literally one of the best players I have ever seen. I enjoy watching his war videos. And then DLL, an incredible player in his own right and amazing encyclopedia on this game. Check out their channels, guys. Killmonger is absolutely incredible. And then, of course, Crossbones, who would add some really unique things to my roster. We don't see him as much. I know Karate Mike has been using him off and on, but there is a lot about my roster. Not a brag, just stating a fact, trying to give you guys some insight into how I think about rank ups. You look at who I have ranked up. All the top row is rank 3s. They have some similarities and some crossovers. I often call it a MCoC Venn diagram. But, you know, I've got the True Strike covered. I've got Debuff Shrugging covered. I have Aegon for, you know, crazy long-form content. I have Insane Bleeds and Second Life and Nick Fury, a bit of a counter to various things in the game. And then, of course, you know, my personal favorite, Shang-Chi. So I've got a lot covered. Crossbones would add some uniqueness in the non-critting, and then, of course, ability to get over 100% or 100% defensive ability accuracy reduction. Elsa has some interesting damage sources, then, of course, her automatic non-damaging debuff shrugging, and then the evade mechanic, I think, would be very, very cool. And then Killmonger, unfortunately, while I think he may objectively be the best champion of them all, I don't know where I would use him, considering I have the 6 champions all at rank 3 that I already have. It'd be an interesting mixture there. And so that is why, and now we'll lead into, that is why I was so excited about the Hawkeye buff when I saw it. A skill champion with slow, potential for massive bleeds, and power control. I don't have anyone like that. All right, let's dive in and take a look at the buffed Hawkeye. All right, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. We've got quite a few fights to show you. I am actually going to show Realm of Legends, which I don't normally, but the first 3 fights made a lot of sense in showing different damage rotations for him and then showing off the slow. And then we will take a look at 2 other fights that I really think show some positives and some shortcomings of Hawkeye here. Now, as I said, I'm very, very excited about him. So I'm running full suicides, which is possible with him. And I have a full synergy team, but I look at the synergy team and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm happy to take these champions into a quest. So I feel pretty good about showing you the Hawkeye all built up like this. So let's jump into this. This first fight, I'm going to intentionally go all the way to my SP3. I want you to see the immense damage it does. And then it has the bleeds that come off of it for a very, very, very long time. We'll quickly talk about the synergy pieces I brought in and why I brought them in. Diablo has been brought in because that makes Hawkeye have arrow strikes, pause all slow debuff. So when we throw the specials, the slow debuff will be pause for 6 seconds per level of special attack. So if we're pausing it with the SP2, that's 12 seconds. Nick Fury is the reason that Hawkeye is poison immune. You could also do that with the 2 Black Widows. I know a lot of people like the Black Widow Deadly Origin synergy for Hawkeye. Take a look at this. You're going to see the crit bleed come off of this, and look at the immense damages coming off of this SP3. It's sizable. 2,781 a tick. That is a lot. That is a lot. And let's confirm it here. The SP3. Yeah, so this has the nice elongated 200% duration based on Hawkeye's critical rating. So now we're going to be throwing the SP1. You see, I had the early release. I'm sure by now you're aware of this whole perfect release mechanic. You don't actually have to hit the right side of the screen. It doesn't slow down for you, but you can just get pretty good at doing it with your left finger. There you see, you're going to see me pretty regularly hit the perfect releases there. We have that nice power drain coming on. It also, that was a 1700 crit. That's not bad. That is a lot of bleed damage. That is a lot of bleed damage coming off of Winter Soldier here. And I have to say, after that one fight, I was like, okay, That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But then I remembered, this is why I don't test against Winter Soldier in general, or at least I always do more testing. I often don't even show you guys Winter Soldier because I didn't have to worry about power. I didn't have to worry about a darn thing. How many fights are you going in, 5-hit comboing, and then throwing your special 2? Now, I wanted to show you guys what it kind of looks like in a different rotation set where I think, again, I don't want to say more realistic, but I think more will be more commonly used is this SP2. It has a 100% chance to inflict a 25-second fragility debuff. All right, the fragility makes the opponent. We get a plus almost 1,000 critical damage rating and reduces the opponent's blocker efficiency by 50%. Also, if we get the perfect release, as you just saw, we now have 2 of them. We've got these 2 nice long bleeds going on, and now I'm going to go with these SP1s to try to get some more bleed stacking, get a little more power drain, make this fight look a little bit more like what you would do in your general questing. Those combo numbers are not bad. These crits, I saw 6, I'm seeing 10, if there was a 7, that's a 20 SP1. These are not bad. And you're also seeing a Fury buff. The Fury buff is from the Hercules synergy. Anytime Hawkeye drains an opponent below a bar of power or across a threshold of a bar of power, we're getting this Fury buff that increases his attack rating by, I believe it's 20%. Let me confirm that real quick here. Thank you to Aunt May. Yep, it's 20%, and that can stack up to 3 times, I believe. And it's a nice synergy for Hercules too. Increases the cooldown, or decreases the cooldown on his Infuriate mechanic. This fight felt really good, but look at this. And this is what was interesting to me. There was still 80 some odd hits for a rank 3, all synergized up. I don't know. So doubt kind of started setting in for me. But I was like, you know what? This is again why I don't just test in Realm of Legends. I test in other questing content, but I want to see his slow. Let's see the slow here. We're going up against Juggernaut. So the heavy, I know it makes some people laugh. I think it's Marcus that makes it laugh. I apologize if it's not him and it's someone else, but it is a little bit funny, you know. But my guy, he's wearing his Oakleys, right? He's from the 90s. That's like my childhood. He looks good. He looks cool. And so he's going in, and you can see the slow has already fallen off. We are running the synergy that will pause it for 6 seconds based on the special we throw. So I'm going to go ahead and try to, at least I should, try to get it paused here. So here we go. I should throw the special 2. And let's see. It refreshes it. It doesn't pause it. But it works. It works. Juggernaut throws his special, does not go unstoppable. I like that. I like that, especially because that synergy is with a regular Abomination, who can be great if you're running Red Guardian, Immortal Abomination, who is incredible, King Groot, who is incredible, and Diablo, who's incredible. So that's a team that you're happy to bring along. You're happy to bring those champions along on a quest. They're going to help you out a lot. But here's the other thing, is I'm really concentrating on keeping the slow up. Our damage is really suffering, in my opinion. It was really, really suffering. The fight started to kind of drag on. I don't know. It's not a slow that you're just landing and, you know, it's not a slow like Sorcerer Supreme slow. I love that slow. It's right off of the throwing of for special 1. Shang-Chi's, it's a, what is that? His medium attack. Now, great. It's not the best slow in the game. Does that make Hawkeye bad? No, but I wanted to show it. Now I'm going to show him this is 6.4.1. I'm not going to show him against the Deadpool because, you know, it's a mutant and all that stuff. Let's go and show him against the Venom the Duck. This is the 317,000 health pool. And let's see what he looks like. We've got to worry about power gain now. We don't want the defender throwing an SP3. Obviously, we will die. So I can't just go ham here. I can't just go ham. I actually have to play the fight. I believe I'm going to try to work to the SP2. As I told you, I thought in a normal situated fight, I think that is probably the rotation going to go. The SP3 can be really nice. But let's go ahead and see how this works out. I'm going to go in here and pretty sure I do pretty well with the... yeah, we got the perfect release there, which starts to add up as the more of those you get in a row, you start to see some nice benefits of it. I love the idea of the mechanic. It would concern me to use it in war, and you see something like that right there, where you absolutely need, and you're like desperate, you need to have it. No, in this game, I'm not sure I want something like that that's not guaranteed, that's reliant on an input. I'm just going to put that out there right now. I hope all these things get fixed and we never say these again, but this is the game we're playing right now. You see some decent damage, though. This is not bad. The power control is starting to come in. The reduced defensive combat power rate from the SP1 was in effect there. I thought that was nice. I've had fights that have gone significantly better, but I thought that was nice. Now, remember, the thing I thought made him so unique in the skill class was the power control. And let's go ahead and talk about that very quickly because I want to show this to you. It's coming off of the SP1. It's a 100% chance to inflict a power drain, removing 75% of a bar of power. That's not bad. That's not bad, but it's not a power lock, right? And it's not a power steal. You're not getting power back and they're able to refresh your SP1s over and over. And you're going to see that here. If you get the perfect release, meaning so if you hit it perfectly, and I'm sure you can get really good at it. I think I was probably around 70% here. And that's just with some initial gameplay, some initial testing. If you get the perfect release, you get a 100% chance to inflict a suppression debuff, reducing the opponent's combat power rate. And you keep hearing me talk about combat power rate. That is you hitting them. The amount of power the defender is getting from you hitting them. But things like ability power gain or the nodes or something like that, that's different. And that's why I want to show you this. Now, this is one of the craziest power control fights in the game. This is that 6.3.1, I think it is, Hyperion. I mean, he's got super power gain going on, but I intentionally wanted to see this. I wanted to show it to you and I wanted to see it myself. Where am I really taking in Hawkeye when I need intense power control? Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Power gain's already going, and this is a crazy Hyperion. This is a crazy Hyperion, so I don't want to over or undersell this, okay? But here you go. He's already at 2 bars of power. We need to get to our SP1. He's already at his SP3, but he threw us heavy. We baited that. Now here's what's cool is you can go in combo. We've got that nice power drain, but there's nothing we can do. We're not already back at our SP1. Maybe if you're throwing on a power boost, but now you're throwing on a power boost, right? Like how much are you having to do for this one champion? So we got pretty lucky there. Hyperion was willing to play ball with us. And I started to think like, maybe this actually will work. We're going to get the power drain. We've got the perfect release again. So he's got the reduced combat power rate. But again, that's doing nothing for his ability power gain. That's why his power bar keeps going up, even though we had the power drain on him. I'm not even hitting him. Here we go. So we lined up nicely again. So we're going to be able to drain him back. And right now it's like, I might get lucky enough and pull this off. And then I'm going to have to explain to you all that I felt like I got very lucky. And sure enough, the luck ran out. He gets to his SP3 and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it again. Maybe I can play it a little bit better. I was really aware of I can get to my SP1. So be a little less scared of Hyperion getting close to his SP3. Because if I can just get to my SP1 first, I can power drain. Let's see. And I did a couple more attempts. None of them worked because the power gain is just too much. There is power control coming off of Hawkeye, but I think it's important that we really stipulate it's just a power drain. And then there's a 50% reduction on the defensive combat power rate of the defender if you get the perfect release. One, that's kind of only a partial power control. This is kind of like where I started talking to you guys about how America Chavez can start getting into some trouble as the fight goes on. You see, we can take off 70 to 25% pretty reliably. We can get him down to 50%. But it's as the fight goes on that it becomes a problem, that he just can't keep up. America Chavez had a different but similar problem. I think Hawkeye is going to suffer from the same thing. You're not going to bring him in my opinion, to control some intense power gain or something like that. It's just not how it's going to work out. You see, we're actually getting pretty close. I forgot how close I got on one of these. I know we don't pull it off. I know we don't. But I don't think you're going to bring him in. You saw we got to the 3 bars of power there, so I'll go ahead and cancel it. I don't think you're going to bring him in for these intense power control fights. You're still going to be bringing in your Mystics or maybe your science champions like Spider-Man 99, Mr. Negative, and of course, Mr. Fantastic. I like this guy. I'm going to show you, give you my final thoughts and who I decided to rank up. All right, so as you can see, I think Hawkeye is a very good champion. I think if you happen to be really fortunate or lucky and you have a skill roster like mine, I don't see where he fits in. If the power control was better, and it was truly like a power control as opposed to, I think, something that you're using offensively to create openings or pinning someone against the wall or something like that, I would take him up. I'd take him up in a heartbeat, especially because I have him such a high sig. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think Kabam did a nice job of revamping a character, or like shining him up, making him usable for a lot of people, for a lot of accounts. I think this is a quality champion. I think we're going to see him do a lot of really cool things. I will not be surprised if in the following weeks or months we see fights in Abyss or Labyrinth or what have you, or tough content. And he's doing it because you saw the damage is there, the synergies are there. There's a lot this guy can do, but he would not really add anything to my account. I've got slow covered. I've got bleeders covered. If I need power control, I think I'm going to go about it in a different way with some different champions. As a result, we're left with Killmonger. In the intro, I kind of explained, I love him. I think he's as good of or a better champion than at least Black Panther, and up there with the rest of those guys, at least in that tier. That tier is wide. But I'm not going to go with him because he doesn't add something new to my account, despite being so incredible. I just happen to rank these other champions first. Elsa Bloodstone, I love her, and somehow I feel badly. I keep passing her up. I do think she's incredible. Check out Campo's materials on her. She is amazing. But again, the fights that he's using her for, I'm either not taking, or if I am, I'm using other champions in war. I think she'll eventually go up for me. I feel very confident about that. But if you're a keen observer, you see I've already started ranking Crossbones. He is the one for me. I'm going to go ahead and use the Catalyst here, just because they are starting to build. I'll hold on to that gem just in case I just need it. Maybe that's got Elsa's name written all over it. Right now, she is definitely the default option for that at some point. But I'm going to go ahead and use these Catalysts. Like I said, the guy does not crit. I do not have a single skill champion like that at all. So having him at rank 3 will be fantastic, will be awesome. I love that his has the ability, defensive ability accuracy, just defensive ability accuracy reduction. If you've been watching my war videos, you know that they frequently send me in to take a ton of Archangel fights. In future war seasons, he may get banned because that is coming. I think that will be very exciting. Also, there are times where he can be shut off if it's debuff immune, or if there's a poison or bleed immunity. Maybe Crossbones is someone that we can take in. And then just for content, just for absolute content, this is a high quality champion. I have him ranked very highly in my tier list. I do now have him awakened. I don't see me putting a lot of 6 stones into him. I think he's going to be just fine the way he is, the way I would intend to use him. So I'm really pumped up on this. There's been a lot of rank ups lately, and we got to get some videos out. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think about Hawkeye, what we showed there. Are you going to rank him up? Are you like, no, dude, I can use him for my account? Or like, hey, yeah, I agree with you, but my account's just not as as ridiculous as yours is. It's a great account, and I'm going to use him in this way. And then let me know what you think about this rank up. What you think about this rank up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I really enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.